Good evening and welcome to the packed-out Spartan Bowl for tonight's matchup between the Connersville Spartans and the Union County Patriots. I'm Dane Burchett, and alongside me this evening will be Ben Houston. Good evening, everyone. Not for a long time now has a boys season opened with so much promise here in Connersville. Ranked number 13 in the state in Class 3A, the Spartans just might have all the tools to make a run deep into the postseason tournament.
That's exactly right, Dane, and these tools have been well refined this offseason. Starting off with two key seniors for the Spartans, Chris Bloom and BJ Day. BJ has worked on his shot all of this offseason. He's really redeveloped it from the ground up, and it's looking great. And just look for him to do well off the dribble tonight. And obviously, Chris Bloom is a danger when he gets to pass him. His feet are set, so look for him to start off exactly where he left off last season. Some newcomers to the Spartans. We have a freshman, Danny Fishesher, who's coming in, and people are saying already that this is going to be the next great player to come out of Connersville. So keep your eyes on him this season. And also Ryan Henderson, a junior for the Spartans. He stepped up his play a lot during the offseason, worked hard over the summer, and he'll be seeing some significant minutes this evening. A word on Ryan Henderson, some scouts have been already looking at him. This kid has not even played significant varsity minutes yet in his career, and he's played so well this offseason that scouts are already looking at him. So look for him to be a big help to the Spartans this year. Also, we have a transfer from Shelbyville coming to us, and a senior, Eric Howard. So look for him, how he'll integrate into this Spartan offense. And last off, Chris Malone. He's bulked up this offseason, and he's going to be a big help to the monster Matt Howard as he's coming into his junior year, listed right now at 6'8" and 214 pounds, and he's becoming a premier center in the state, Dane.
The first test for the Spartans this season is the visiting Patriots of Union County. The last time Union County defeated Connersville was in 1979, the same year the Patriots won the sectional title. And Ben, in order for the Spartans to pick up the big opening win in a packed house tonight, what are we going to need to see?
Well, first off, we've already heard good news for the Spartans that Union County's premier player Kevin Salisbury will not be eligible for tonight's game because of grades. But nevertheless, there are some keys to success for the Spartans, and let's look at them real quick. Number one, the Spartans need to establish Matt Howard early. He's in the top 250 in the nation in the class of 2007, and he's rapidly going up those ranks. So look for him. One of the big pluses for Matt this year, he's been working on his outside shot, and we were watching him during warm-ups today, and he has been consistent hitting three-pointers just like BJ Day and Chris Bloom were. So it's a very nice shot. It's not as sloppy as it was in the past couple years. It looks like a shot, actually, so that's good to see. And, of course, he's a monster inside, but he doesn't have to rely on the post anymore. So look for the Spartans to try to flow the offense through Matt Howard. Number two for the Spartans, they need to find their rhythm. This team is not just Matt Howard. The Spartans are going to send out four other very talented players on this team. You have Ryan Henderson, you have BJ Day, Chris Bloom, you've got kids like Chris Malone that can come off the bench. The Spartans are going to have to figure out what exactly their tempo and their rhythm is going to be on offense. If they can do that quickly tonight, Dave, we're going to see a big win for the Spartans. And last, when the Spartans aren't running that pressure defense and the Patriots are able to set their offense, the Spartans have to get back to the basics of defense. They have to be able to box out, to effectively move in front of passes. And if they can do that, the Spartan team is going to completely demolish this Patriot team, Dane.
And with that, we'll take a break and be right back in just a minute with the starting lineups and tonight's tip-off. Back here at the Spartan Bowl, the starting lineup for tonight's Union County Patriots. We'll see number 10, a senior, Justin Brattain. Number 14, a junior, Ryan Gray. Number 20, a sophomore, Michael Sestarsik. And number 34, a senior, Colin Paxton. And number 40, Derek Hill.
Before we get to tonight's tip-off, let's meet the lineup for your Connersville Spartans.
Chris Bloom, number 5, guard.
Ryan Henderson, number 10, guard.
BJ Day, number 11, point guard.
Chris Malone, number 42, forward. Number 54, Matt Howard, center.
All right, as we get set to tip off tonight's action, we will see Matt Howard and Colin Paxton with the tip-off going to Connersville, and the 2005 campaign for Connersville is underway as BJ Day crosses midcourt and brings it into Ryan Henderson. Chris Bloom down in the corner looks to drive inside up top to BJ Day. His shot is good. It's a three, and already we're up to a 3-0 mark. Ben, as you said, we're going to see some swift shooting tonight by the Spartans.
Yeah, they're going to be great behind the three-point line, and a lot of pressure down low from Matt Howard and Malone, so it should be a great matchup tonight.
And as you said in your keys to success, the pressure defense already starting off. We got some full court pressure coming out by the Spartans, and hopefully your other defensive hopeful, the boxing out, down low, and hopefully Spartans will come away with a victory tonight. Good rebound by Matt Howard. And he's fouled. It looks like that's going to be charged to Colin Paxton of Union County.
Yeah, and that was just a good position by Matt Howard. He was able to box out. That's something we saw during the JV game. Some second chance opportunities for the Patriots. If the Spartans can remedy that in this varsity game, it should be very good for the Spartans.
BJ Day once again brings it in. The same familiar pattern, Ryan Henderson to Chris Bloom. The lob up top to Matt Howard. He corrals it. Can't get the putback. Loose ball, Chris Malone finally corrals it. Once again, no good. Loose ball under the floor, and Derek Hill is able to come away with it. Michael Sestarsik brings it across court for Union County.
That was a set play that the Spartans used a lot to open up the games last season. Patriots had scouted that out, though, and was able to hold Matt from getting to the rim. And good hustle there by Chris Malone, but just unfortunately not able to get the ball in the basket.
We still have a 3-0 lead, a minute and a half to go, a minute and a half into the game here in the first quarter. Not much going for Union County. Good defense by Connersville. He drives inside. Matt Howard looked to get a small piece of the ball, however, it is up and it's good. 3-2 lead for Connersville.
That's going to be a big thing for the Spartans this season. Matt finished the season 8th in blocking in the state, so we'll look for him to pick up those numbers again this season.
Ryan Henderson for 3, off front iron, and Union County looks to run. Derek Hill doesn't see anything, and Union County looks to start their offense once again from the top of the key. Good ball movement by the Patriots. Drive inside, good pressure defense by Ryan Henderson. But Michael Sestarsik's shot off the glass is good, and Union County has the first lead of the game. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to go.
Yeah, that's just good ball movement by the Patriots there. Obviously, they're going to have to step up their play with Salisbury out. As we
Matt
see
Howard corrals his own ball. Can't get it to fall, and he's down on the floor. Sorry to cut you off there, Ben.
That's fine, Dane. Good hustle there by Matt Howard to try to get the second chance opportunity. So we'll see what the Spartans can do to adjust as this first quarter progresses.
The three-pointer is up, and it's good. Union County not scared by the 13th ranked Spartans. They're up 7-3 on the Spartans home floor.
And see, this is one of the problems that we were afraid that Connersville was going to run into with so much talent. They're just not able to find that rhythm yet that we talked about. As Matt Howard goes to the basket there, that's something that they need to do. Let the offense flow through Matt Howard and then get other people involved.
Michael Sestarsik once again for 3, and that's pure. A wonderful shot from the outside by Sestarsik, and the Patriots have a 5-point lead. Just under 5 minutes to go left in the first quarter.
The Spartans are going to run that pressure defense. They have to cover everybody, and that time, number 20 was able to get open, and unfortunately for the Spartans, he has a wonderful shot.
Ryan Henderson is wide open, drives baseline. Great move up and under, can't get it to fall. Chris Malone can't come away with the rebound, and Ryan Grayfield, the Patriots, pushes it up court to Michael Sestarsik. It looks to seem like he likes this right side of the floor. That side looks to be good with him from the right side, from behind the three-point line. Patriots shot off the mark, and Ryan Henderson will bring it up court.
Yeah, the Patriots are trying to exploit that defensive as Chris Malone called for the offensive foul out of control. But the Patriots are trying to exploit that defensive matchup with Matt Howard having to come outside and guard number 20. So we'll see how the Spartans are able to adjust, maybe going to a zone perhaps to keep Matt Howard down low for the block.
2 subs for the Patriots. We're going to see Kyle Walton and Brandon Stanton checking into the game for their first action of the evening. It's a bit of a surprise right now. We expected to see Connersville as the hot shooting team, and with Union County a bit undermanned with their their top player Kevin Salisbury, a 6'4" sophomore. Once he's out of the game, he's a senior. We expect Union County to be a little undermanned, as we said, but Union County, as we said, is not scared. Ryan Henderson comes and looks to throw it down. He looks to be pushed from behind. Rodney Klein doesn't like the call. Either was Ryan Henderson, but we'll bring him back across court. No call. Can't lapse on defense, and there's a 3. That's an 8-point lead for the Patriots, and the Spartans look to be a bit flustered right now.
Coach Klein is not happy with Henderson on that one. Would rather see a layup, and if you know you can't throw it down, obviously wanted to get the crowd into it, so you've got to get the points there. With you trailing by 5, now 8. So we'll see if Coach Klein can calm his troops down, and as we see number 40 coming into the game for the Spartans.
Yes, that's Andy Legs. He'll check in and give Chris Maloney a seat on the bench. It's an 8-point lead for the Patriots, and Connersville so far is unable to get really much of an offensive game going.
Well, it's early in the game too, Dane. With over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, the Spartans will figure this out.
Great drive baseline by Chris Bloom. The score is now 13-7.
We saw early in the JV game that the Spartans were down, and it was like 3-11, and they came back and took the lead and kept it. So just look for the Spartans to really find their rhythm, and then everything will be okay.
The hot shooting Patriots once again connect from deep. It's 16-7, a 9-point lead for the Patriots.
Spartans are going to have to do something to get the Patriot offense out of sync, be it pressure defense or just get in front of those passes, but Patriots doing a great job finding the open man so far.
Patriots are also doing a great job of keeping Matt Howard off the blocks. They are, Matt Howard has a 6-inch advantage over any member of the Union County Patriots. And so far he's only put a couple points on the board. He does have 3 rebounds, however, 2 of those off missed shots of his own.
Patriots have an interesting strategy coming in here, putting a lot of different people through the lineup. Seems like they're trying to outrun the bigger Spartans.
Matt Howard drives baseline. Good. What's up? And he's got his 4th point. 16-9 lead for the Patriots.
That was just a good move by Howard there to get away from his man and put it up and in. Didn't need to jam anything home. Just get the points for the Spartans, get back in this game.
It's nice to see a player of Matt Howard's capabilities. When he drives to the lane, it's very, when he lays it in, that's almost a dunk for anybody else. He plays above the rim, so to speak. Great up and under move by Michael Sostarczyk, and Matt Howard brings down the rebound, pushes it up to Andy Lakes, and it's across the timeline. We're
starting to see Matt Howard really establish himself down low, getting rebounds. As Andy Lakes with a great pass inside, can't finish it.
Connersville needs to put some points on the board, and we can chalk that up to some preseason jitters. The Spartans, the offense will come, the shots will fall. It's early in the season, and I'm sure in front of this packed house for Connersville, they would like to come out and impress. Once again, as you said earlier, there is still plenty of time left.
Plenty of time. 3+ quarters left to go here. Nothing to worry about for the Spartans yet.
Not much going right now for the Patriot offense either, as Connersville's playing some good defense on this possession.
Yeah, when the Spartans stay in front of passes, everything's okay. It's when they're able to swing the ball to that open man from behind the line, they can shoot the 3. That's what the Spartans are going to really have to work on.
Justin Bertain, the senior from Union County, the ball is poked away from behind by B.J. Day. Chris Bloom corrals the loose ball. He looks down to Matt Howard, spins baseline. His shot is off the front iron, and number 20, Michael Sostarczyk, will push the ball up court for the Patriots.
Seems that the Spartans just don't have those mid-season legs yet. Their shots are a little flat. Let's see if as they warm up tonight, if they can get back into that kind of rhythm.
Baseline 3 for the Patriots. The Patriots are on fire, and their home crowd, the visiting crowd is letting them hear it. Union County has traveled very well tonight.
Yeah, the Patriots came ready to play tonight. Spartans still seem a little lackadaisical. Let's see if they can pick up the tempo a little.
Good look inside to Andy Lakes. His shot off the glass is good. 18-11 lead. Still for the Patriots, 7 points, 47 seconds left to go here in this first frame. Now it looks like Union County looks to slow the pace down just a little bit. And as you said, Patriots are doing a wonderful job keeping Matt Howard away under the basket. His man always seems to be hanging out around the 3-point line, and that takes care of some of Connersville's rebounding advantage. However, Matt Howard already does have 4 rebounds here in this first frame.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see a lot of that from Matt Howard. As he's developed as a player, he's able to go outside and inside a little bit more, but still, it's tough for any big man to be able to travel like that on the court.
And we're also going to have to look forward to that. And you can presume many times over the season there's very few true centers in high school basketball. Height is such a misadvantage. There's a block by Lane Henderson. Matt Howard picks up the ball, and he's fouled. It looks like that's going to be charged to number 22 for Union County. That's Kyle Walton, the junior. And Connersville have the basketball with 3 seconds left to go under their goal. And number 20, that's Mike Lake, checks in for his first action of the 2005 season for the Connersville Spartans.
This would be big if the Spartans can get some points on the board here, give them some momentum going into the second quarter.
A 3 here would take the lead down to 4 points and be a bit more manageable for the Spartans as they start the second quarter. Bit of confusion right now between the officials and the score clock as they look to get that squared away. And it looks that everything is taken care of. B.J. Day will inbounds the ball probably to Mike Lake. And we've got 3 seconds left to go. Back to B.J. Day. His shot just inside the half. He nails it from inside the what? Wow, what a shot by B.J. Day, and it's an 18-14 advantage. It looks like there's been a change. It is 19-14, a 5-point lead, but what an excellent shot by B.J. Day.
That was beautiful. With that, we'll take a break. We'll be right back with more Spartan basketball on Channel 3.
Back here in the Spartan Bowl, start of the second quarter, the Union County Patriots have a 19-14 advantage over the home Spartans. And once the leading scorer, for Connersville is B.J. Day, who has 6 early points. One of those being an excellent half-court shot to beat the buzzer at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, that was beautiful. He didn't call glass, but it just banked right in.
Still counts just the same.
Couldn't have asked for a better shot from B.J. there.
Patriots drive inside, and foul looks to be charged to number 20 for Connersville. That's Mike Lake. That's the second team foul on Connersville. Non-shooting foul, so Union County will take it out on their baseline. It's not baseline, sideline,
One of the things we should see from the Spartans coming into the second quarter, Coach Klein, he just really knows how to adjust the players, and we'll see what defensive changes he can make. See, he's already keeping Matt Howard down lower to see just how exactly he'll adjust to this offense of the Patriots.
Great rejection by B.J. Day from the pass from the Union County Patriots. However, they will retain possession. Nothing going down low in the offense, so the Patriots offense will look to stay outside the three-point line for most of the time. We've got a whistle, and that's going to be a foul on the Patriots.
Spartans did a great job that time, just staying in front of passes and effectively using the zone to keep Matt Howard down low on the post and able to get the offensive foul there.
The running back for the Connersville Spartan football team, Jamie Taylor, has just checked into the game for the Connersville Spartans, his first action of the evening. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Good look inside of Matt Howard. He's quadruple teamed by the Patriots. Good ball movement. Three-pointer's up, and it's good.
That's exactly what we were talking about earlier, letting the offense flow through Matt Howard. They scored 4 people on him. He found the open man, and that's what's going to be key for the Spartans is if Matt Howard's on-court vision.
2-point lead for the Patriots now. The 8-point lead quickly diminished by the Connersville Spartan offense. B.J. Day with a nice job of getting his hand in to knock the ball away. Jamie Taylor pushes it up forward. His shot is a little wild off the glass. He will come up with a rebound. It's a jump ball, and the position arrow is in favor of Connersville.
It's a good hustle there by Jamie Taylor to stay with the ball. We're going to see Ryan Henderson back in the lineup. Going to give B.J. Day a rest. We'll see how the Spartans handle not having their premier point guard on the floor.
We're going to assume that probably Jamie Taylor, Andy Lega will see most of the ball handling duties. And we've got a call on the floor. That's a foul. From Union County, number 34, that's Colin Paxton, the senior forward. That is his first foul of this game. Ball swatted away by Union County, and they look to run. Good rejection by Matt Howard, and Ryan Henderson will grab a loose ball. And we've got a foul, once again, on Union County. That's number 14, Ryan Gray, the junior guard.
Obviously, you don't like fouls there, but that's a good foul for the Patriots, not allowing the Spartans to try anything fast break, because the last thing that the Patriots want at this point is the crowd in this game, and we all know that the Spartans can be versatile when it comes to fast break points.
5 team fouls for the Union County Patriots, 2 more, and the Spartans will be in the 1 and bonus for the rest of the first half. Good ball movement by the Spartans. Good look down low, down to the corner to Ryan Henderson. Cross court to Chris Bloom. His shot is up, and it's good.
Chris Bloom is not going to miss that shot. When he can get his feet set and the ball right where he likes it, when he has that much time, he's not going to miss.
You got to remember, he was a leading scorer in the state, one time getting up in the top 60s, if I'm not sure.
He was in the top 60s, fell to 98th in scoring, but 57 of those players ahead of him were seniors, so in all reality, he was 41st in the state coming into this year.
Chris Bloom does corral the loose ball. Look down at the corner to Ryan Henderson. He'll go back up top. Bit of confusion there. Chris Bloom over to, and the ball is knocked away by Union County. Connersville does have a 1-point lead, however. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the second quarter. We're going to see a foul on Connersville. It's number 10, Ryan Henderson. That's the 3rd team foul on Connersville. First on Ryan Henderson. And we're going to see a timeout charged to Connersville. Actually, that's a full on Union County. That means we'll take a break also and be back with more of Channel 3's coverage of tonight's game between the Connersville Spartans and the Union County Patriots. Back here at the Spartan Bowl, 5 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Connersville cling to a 1-point lead, and Union County will take the ball out underneath their own basket. Michael Sostarczyk headed off of the baseline by Andy Lake. Excuse me, that's Mike Lake. Good defense on this possession by the Connersville Spartans. Not a whole lot going for the Patriots, and the home court likes to see that.
Yeah, it's been a good defensive quarter for the Spartans, dropping into the zone. We haven't seen a Patriot point yet this second quarter.
I think Connersville looked to come out early with the zone, but the hot shooting by the Patriots broke that zone early, and I think that's what's brought Matt Howard away from the basket. Not much going right now. Good defense by Ryan Henderson on Justin Bertain.
That's one of Ryan Henderson's strong points, his ability to really spread his arms and play a very aggressive defense.
I'm sure that's got to be one of his key points from all these college scouts that have come to check out the young Mr. Henderson. Good spin inside by Michael Sostarczyk. His shot off the mark, and Jamie Taylor will corral the rebound, get it to Matt Howard, and he'll move it up to Mike Lake.
That was just great position by Jamie Taylor, able to box out his opponent, and like we said, boxing out is going to be key for the Spartans tonight.
Chris Bloom cut off on the baseline. However, he will get back. The ball is swatted from behind. That's number 14, Ryan Gray, and Joseph Dare, the junior forward, will check in to the game for the Connersville Spartans. Derek Hill will take a seat on the bench. Jamie Taylor inbounds, looks to inbound, into the baseline to Chris Bloom. He'll come up and under on the glass. 22-19 lead for the Spartans.
That's great patience there by Chris Bloom. Waited for the defensive help to move away, and then he had an empty baseline to up and take it in.
Chris Malone will check back in on the next dead ball for the Spartans. Great defense this quarter by the Connersville Spartans. Matt Howard, defensive presence, let the Patriots know that they will get no easy buckets there. Ryan Henderson looks to pull up for the three. Way off the mark. Ball's off the hands of Jamie Taylor, and Chris Malone and Chris Reefsummer will check into the game.
And one of the things about Ryan Henderson that we're just going to have to watch for and wait for is for him to get some varsity minutes under his belt. Remember that he has not seen significant varsity minutes in his career. So obviously the first big game of his career, obviously there's going to be jitters, so just look for him to become more comfortable as this game progresses.
3-point lead for the Spartans, 3 minutes and 42 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Bit of confusion by the Patriots on the offense they'd like to run. They drive baseline, nothing there. And we've got a kick ball that's will be chalked up to Matt Howard. Union County ball underneath their own basket.
Chris Reefsummer seeing his first minutes of this campaign. He was actually, thought he was going to be sidelined to start the season with a broken hand, but he's been able to get back and get enough practices for this first game tonight.
We've got a push, and it looks like that will be on Chris Reefsummer.
Looks like Chris hurt his right hand. He still has some of those fingers taped up, but when we saw him in warm-ups today, he seemed to be getting his shot back just fine.
It's the fourth team foul on Connersville, 5 for Union County. Ball finally comes into the Patriots. Good drive baseline, kicks out. The shot is up off the iron. Matt Howard corrals his rebound, and that's his 5th of this first half.
And that's just pure height there for Howard being able to get that ball.
Good hustle by Union County, however, comes to North Dale. At the ball, this time Connersville, B.J. Day will check back into the game, and Chris Reefsummer will take a spot on the bench.
That was a good little outing there for Chris, just to get his confidence back. You know, whenever you come off an injury, obviously you're going to be a little timid, so those are good minutes there for Chris.
B.J. Day's pass comes inside to Chris Bloom. Back out to B.J. Day. His shot at a 3 is good.
That's what we were talking about. It's just a nice, smooth shot for B.J. Day, and he'll take that shot any day of the week.
Union County quickly brings it back across court, hoping to catch Connersville on their heels on defense. However, they do a good job of getting back. Good step inside by Chris Malone. Connersville will look to run, and the ball is intercepted by Union County, and number 10 for Union County, Justin Bertain, does a good job of calling a timeout. That's going to be a 30-second. That means we'll take a break also. We'll be back in just a minute with more basketball here at the Spartan Bowl. Back in the Spartan Bowl, Union County basketball. BJ Day for Connersville has connected on his first 3 shots of the night. All 3 shots are 3-pointers. He's got 9 points. 2 minutes and 37 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Connersville with a 6-point lead over the visiting Patriots.
Yeah, just a few minutes ago we were talking about the Spartans being down by almost double digits, and they've just snuck back in. They have not let the Patriots score a point yet in this second quarter.
Hopefully that will not jinx the Connersville defense as you've been known to do in years past.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course. Defense still holding tight. Matt Howard meets number 34, Colin Paxton, out of the baseline. Good ball movement by Union County. The jumper's up from the corner. It's off the mark, and Matt Howard has his 6th rebound of the the first half.
Yeah, the height is just going to be the issue for the Patriots tonight.
BJ Day finally misses his first shot. Oh, and the little man looks to face Matt Howard. Oh, and he's going to be whistled for a foul. Look to be straight up. The crowd doesn't like it, but the officials are the officials, and their calls will count. That's his first foul, which is a good sign for Connersville that he's not in early foul trouble. 15th foul on Connersville, 5 also on Union County.
Yeah, if you told Coach Klein before this game that he would get to the second quarter with only 1 minute 47 seconds left before Matt got his first foul, he'd be a very happy coach.
Justin Bertain, senior guard for Union County, his first free throw attempt is off the mark. Derek Hill will check back into the lineup for the Patriots. The second shot by Mr. Bertain is up, and it's also off the mark. Matt Howard now has 7 rebounds.
And this is really where the Patriots are missing their senior leadership in Kevin Salisbury. This would be where he would just take control for the Patriots and get them a couple points.
Chris Bloom's jump over the top of the key is good. 27-19 advantage for the Spartans. Nothing doing on the baseline for the Patriots. Good defense by BJ Day and Matt Howard. Chris Bloom faces up Michael Sostarczyk. The 3-pointer is blocked by Matt Howard. BJ Day corrals it from inbounds, and Connersville looks to run. Look down to the corner. Ryan Henderson drives baseline, raise it up, and it's in. 10-point lead for Connersville. A minute left to go in the second quarter.
Those are very good signs for Ryan Henderson. You could tell he had that look in the eye like he wanted to dunk it, but realized he wasn't going to be able to do that. Was able to up and lay it in, no problem. So good things already happening with Ryan Henderson.
I think Coach Klein's little speech from the first time he attempted a dunk and came away with no points looks to have amounted to something with Mr. Henderson. The drive inside by Michael Sostarczyk is off the mark, and there's going to be a foul on Connersville. Number 10, Ryan Henderson, he picks up his second foul, team 6th. 45 seconds left to go, and Mike Lake will check into the lineup for Ryan Henderson. He'll take a seat and hopefully try not to pick up his 3rd foul. I'm sure he might take a breather for the rest of this first half.
Yeah, with only 45 seconds left, no need to get the cheap foul.
Shot is up and good by Michael Sostarczyk. Great look off glass. 29-21 advantage, 37 seconds left to go.
And let's remember, Dan, those were the first points for the Patriots in this second quarter.
Matt Howard looks to be fouled on the shot. See if they'll give him 2 shots for it. That'll be charged to Union County, number 34, Colin Paxton, the senior forward. That's his 3rd foul, team 6th. And Mr. Howard will step to the line to shoot a pair of free throws.
Let's see if the consistency of Matt Howard's shot in warm-ups tells us anything about his free throws. Let's see if his percentage might be a little higher here this season.
His first shot is pure. And it's back to a 9-point lead for Connersville.
Yeah, you can just tell that Matt Howard looks like a different shooter out here from last season. Just really has a nice stroke.
Second shot is off the mark, and he's now shooting 50%. Chris Malone is charged with an over-the-back foul. That's his second. He'll also take a seat on the bench. Andy Lakes will check into the game. And that's 7 on Connersville. And Union County should be shooting a 1 and bonus now for the rest of this first half.
Coach Klein does not seem to be happy at all with the call from the officiating.
I think he might be questioning since if something about control of the basketball. I can't exactly make out the discussion between Coach Klein and the officials.
This was actually a point of emphasis from the IHSAA this year, dealing with when there was team control and when there was not. What Coach Klein is trying to argue is whether there was team control or not, whether they should be shooting a 1 and bonus. If the Patriots had team control, then they would be shooting the 1 and 1. If it was a dead ball, they would not be. So I think that's what Coach Klein is trying to figure out at this point.
Apparently, they feel that Union County did have control. And the first shot is good. That is Derek Hill, the senior forward. 30-22 advantage for Connersville, 20 seconds left to go. And Mr. Hill will step to the line to shoot his second free throw. It is off the mark. Matt Howard strips the ball away from number 22, Kyle Walton. Great pass up court, BJ Day can't corral it. Steps on the baseline, it's going to go back the other way. Coach Klein not too happy with the way the Spartans pressed the ball that time.
Well, that was a good idea by Matt Howard. Just you got to push the ball through real passes and not the touchdown Hail Mary, if you will. Good idea, but just not good execution there from the Spartans.
Once again, still 22 seconds left to play. Justin Bertain, the senior point guard, will bring it across for Union County. They look to have the last shot of this first half. Good pressure by Chris Bloom. Kick down to the corner. Matt Howard meets him. 6 seconds left to go. Shot is up. It's off the mark. Loose ball. Union County will get it. They'll throw up a desperation shot, and it drops. Wow, that's big for Union County. There's a big difference between going to the locker room with an 8-point or a 5-point disadvantage, and I think Union County will take that 5-point. We will take a break here at the Spartan Bowl with Channel 3's coverage of tonight's matchup, and we'll be back in just a moment. Back here at the Spartan Bowl, some first half stats for you. Chris Bloom has 9 points along with BJ Day, all 9 of his points coming off 3 3-pointers. Matt Howard with 5 points, 3 blocks, and 8 rebounds. A good solid start for his season. Andy Lakes with 2, Mike Lake with 3, Ryan Henderson also with a pair, 1 block, and also a pair of rebounds. Ben, as we've seen some good things and some bad things for Connersville so far. The 3-point shooting was there at times, and it wasn't there.
Yeah, kind of a shaky first quarter to start off the season for the Spartans, but they adjusted well in the second quarter, holding the Patriots to only 6 points, and those 6 points didn't come until with less than 2 minutes left in the second quarter. So very good signs for the Spartans as they come out with a 5-point lead here to start the third quarter. And if you're Coach Klein, you have to be happy with a 5-point lead.
As you said earlier, Coach Klein is a great halftime adjustment coach. I'm sure he will make the necessary adjustments. And starting the second half, Connersville will come out on fire. And we're going to take a break again as the Spartanettes look to perform their halftime routine. We'll be back with the start of the third quarter. Back here at Connersville in the Spartan Bowl, start of the third quarter and the second half. The hometown Spartans have a 5-point advantage over the visiting Union County Patriots. Ben, tell me what you thought of the Connersville's offense in the first half.
A little shaky in the first quarter. That just didn't get a real rhythm coming out of the first quarter, but some good second quarter adjustments saw the Spartans get some pressure defense and led to their kind of offense.
Matt Howard does a great job of getting his hand in the passing lane, stripping the ball away, and Ryan Henderson throws the ball away. As he tries to go up court to BJ Day, the ball is a bit too far, and Union County will try once again to set up some offense here to start the third quarter.
Spartans are obviously looking to push the ball, but unfortunately that's the second, third, maybe fourth time we've seen the touchdown pass, if you will, go too far out of bounds for the Spartans to corral.
Derek Hill, the senior forward, goes the wrong way from Curtis Crames' his intended pass. Ball out of bounds, and it will be Connersville's basketball. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, and at this start of the third quarter. And Connersville will look to get the first points on the board in this second half. BJ Day drives baseline, loses the handle on the ball. Ball stripped away, Chris Bloom gets it across court to Ryan Henderson. He looks inside to Matt Howard, and he's going to be charged with a foul. It looks as though Union County's number 14, Ryan Gray, got tangled over Matt, but Matt was charged with a foul. Of course, Coach Klein doesn't like it when your star player gets fouls called, but that is only his second, the team's first of the third quarter.
That was good aggressive play there by Matt Howard, and I really didn't see the play, so I don't know if there was a foul there or not, but you have to go by what the officials say.
Great job by Ryan Henderson to anticipate the pass. Union County will still get the ball. They will finally corral it. That's number 10, Justin Bertrain, the senior point guard. He looks inside to Michael Sostarczyk over on the baseline. And Ryan Henderson will pick up his 3rd foul. Not a good sign for the Spartans.
They have to remember, like we've said before, this is the first significant minutes Ryan's seen, and one of the things that he's probably going to have to grow into is foul management. And so far, at the start of this 3rd quarter, having 3 fouls, it really hurts the Spartans.
That will probably lead to a bit of diminished aggressiveness, if you will. I'm sure Ryan Henderson is eagerly anticipating not picking up that 4th foul, because I'm sure he'll take an extended leave on the bench from Coach Klein.
Well, conversely, if Ryan loses his head and gets another cheap foul like that, it could really hurt the Spartans, and he'd be out for at least 8 minutes, probably a full quarter.
Right. Nothing going inside. Derek Hill tries to drive, nothing there. Baseline is also closed off at a 6'8" wingspan of Matt Howard, and they absolutely throw up a player. Ryan Gray throws some junk up, and it just happens to fall. 30-27 advantage for Connersville.
That's a good presence of mind by Matt Howard, just to stay straight up and let them take the prayer.
Ryan Henderson tries his hand at a 3, and he finally gets one to fall. A thought on Union County, the last 2 baskets we saw before Ryan Henderson finally nails the 3-pointer was the prayer from the corner to beat the buzzer at the end of the first half, and the shot basically from his back as he throws it straight up and it falls. Union County getting some very lucky baskets on an unnice rim, if you will, on a visiting floor.
Yeah, and that's really the only offense that we've seen so far from the Patriots after that first quarter. They looked great coming into this game, and then they've just gone flat.
Nothing doing right there on the shot by number 34, Colin Paxton. Matt Howard has his 9th rebound of the game. Great look to Matt Howard, looks to drive hard to the basket. And number 40, Derek Hill, the senior forward, will pick up a foul for Union County. That's their first of the 3rd quarter.
When Matt Howard got that ball, he had one thought, and that was taking it to the hole. And unfortunately for the Spartan faithful, who would have loved to see the dunk there, he was hand-checked there and lost control of the ball.
Number 20, Mike Lake, will check in after this first free throw attempt by Matt Howard. Rattles around, and it's good. That is now a 7-point advantage for the Spartans.
One of the things that we saw last year with Matt Howard's free throws that we're not seeing so far tonight, a lot of times, instead of staying up and following through the shot, he would lean back on his heels, and it seemed like every time he did that, he would miss. And I've not seen him do that one time tonight.
The second shot is good, and he's 3 for 4 on the season from free throw attempts.
That's just a great signs for the Spartans as we start this 2005-2006 campaign.
Coach Klein would love to see Matt Howard shoot at a 75% clip from the charity stripe this season.
And that's going to be one of the things that really just pushes Matt Howard as a premier center here in the state.
Michael Sostarczyk is cut off by Mike Lake. They just can't seem to get him the ball. He's the leading scorer for Union County with 10. Will drive baseline. Good defense by Matt Howard, and B.J. Day curls the ball, and Connersville looks to run. He wisely slows it back. Matt Howard comes inside, looks down to Chris Malone. His shot is no good, and there's a foul down low. And that'll be charged to Union County. Number 22, that's Kyle Walton, the junior forward.
And once again, we're just seeing some good decision-making there by Matt Howard, just being unselfish there, giving Chris Malone the look. Chris was looking for Matt to take it all the way, so he kind of bobbled the pass, but fortunately he was able to draw the foul, and he'll shoot 2.
Malone's first shot bounces off front iron, and number 12 for Union County, Brandon Stanton, the senior guard, will check in to the game for his first action of the second half, and we await Chris Malone's second attempt.
One of the things that we're seeing, I think, on so far this game, not just the way Matt Howard is playing, but how he's handling himself on the court and how he's being a real leader here for the Spartans. That's going to be big for them.
I believe the officials, the officials believed that Chris Malone's second attempt didn't draw iron, which was a dead ball, giving the ball to Union County. However, it did. Regardless, Union County has the ball, and Connersville has an 8-point advantage. just about halfway through this third quarter, 4 minutes and 20 seconds in. Brandon Stanton falls to the floor. However, Union County still does keep the ball. Good defense by Connersville. Not much going this second half for Union County's offense so far.
No, all we've seen so far is that prayer that we talked about earlier.
Great spin back inside. And there's going to be a foul charged to number 11. That's B.J. Day. That's his first foul. Connersville's third of the second half. Chris Malone once again takes a seat on the bench, and Jamie Taylor will check back into the ball game. We've got an off-ball foul. And that's Jamie Taylor, who just recently checked in.
That's something that the Spartans just really can't afford, are those cheap fouls. Just got to be careful there when you're trying to move with your player on a dead ball.
The imposing 6'8" Matt Howard trying to block the inbounds pass. That has to be a very scary image, if you will. Great defense. Doesn't pick up a foul, gets the rebound, and pushes up court to B.J. Day. Gets over to Chris Bloom, back to B.J. Hill, tries in at a 4 3-pointer, draws front iron, no good, and Union County looks to run back up the court. Chris Bloom gets a hand on it. Possession will give it to Union County.
Chris Bloom doesn't seem very happy with that call. He felt like his hand was held and not able to get to the ball. Officials didn't see it though, and like we said, their call stands.
Union County stacks their inbounds play before Justin Bertain finally corrals the pass just short of the baseline. 3 minutes and 36 seconds left to go. And once again, we've got an off-ball foul. That looks like Mike Lake will be charged. He wasn't too happy about that call.
A little bit of unsportsmanship there by number 40, Derek Hill for the Patriots. Came up behind the Lake kid and was clapping right behind him. So Patriots trying to get to the head of the Spartans to see how they react to that.
An intense rivalry between the Connersville Spartans and Union County. The three-pointer's up, and it's good. And we have a timeout charged to Union County. That's going to be a full timeout, and that means we will also take a break back here at the Spartan Bowl. 3 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Connersville basketball clinging to a 5-point lead over the visiting Union County Patriots. And B.J. Day will set up Connersville's offense.
That was an odd timeout, Dane, as we were talking about during that break. Patriots hitting a big three. Should have been some momentum for them, and they just took the timeout.
Possibly for a substitution. Jamie Taylor's shot inside. He picks up the foul on Union County's number 44. That's Joseph Dare, the junior forward. He will step to the line to shoot a pair. Bit of a stop in action as the officials look to dry a wet spot off on the floor. Coach Brent Duncan looks to help out with a towel. However, it goes nowhere, and he'll head dejectedly back to the bench.
Now, I'm surprised they haven't had to take any stoppage of play to wipe down the floor with as aggressive as the defense has been in this game. Just a lot of people on the floor fighting for the ball, and that's, you know, it's just one of the great things about opening the season every year against Union County. It develops a huge rivalry, as you can tell by both the away crowd and the massive Spartan home crowd. And I just hope that the Spartan faithful will keep up this good attendance for these boys. They do a great job. They fight hard as they make the lead 6 now. Just great to see this much support.
Jamie Taylor's second shot also falls. He's good on both, and now he has 2 points. That's his first 2 points of the night. 7-point lead for Connersville. Michael Sostarczyk faced with good defense by number 20, Mike Lake. And we've got a foul. Looks to be charged to number 5, Chris Bloom. That is his first. A good sign for the senior guard. So far, the only Connersville Spartan in moderate foul trouble is Ryan Henderson. as we have a foul on Union County. Michael Sostarczyk, or I believe it was a 5-second call.
Yes, that's right. It was a 5-second call there by the Spartans. Great coverage there, if you will, on everybody, making sure everybody's covered there for the inbounds.
B.J. Day works right side, nothing doing. Gets it to Matt Howard as he towers over the opposing defender. Nothing there, and Connersville will set their offense back up. Chris Bloom from right side goes left, over to B.J. Day. Good look to Mike Lake. His shot is off back iron, and Joseph Dare will get the rebound. Mike Lake goes to the floor, but gets back up. Union County can't hold on to the ball, and it will go back to Connersville.
That's a different look there from the Spartans, bringing Matt Howard up into the high post and swinging the ball around the three-point line. That's a set play that they ran a lot last year, and what they would do is just kind of fade Matt Howard in to the basket and do that alley-oop pass that they like to start a lot of the games with last year.
Chris Bloom looks over to Jamie Taylor. He bulls his way and kicks it back to Chris Bloom, and he nails it. That's a great three-point shot from Chris Bloom. That is his 12th point of the night, and that's a 10-point lead for the Spartans. And
the Patriots were called for being over the baseline before they got rid of the ball, over and back call. So Spartans will retain possession here with a 10-point lead.
Connersville looks to increase that 10-point lead now with good field position, if you will, some football terminology. As we look forward to a great look! Matt Howard throws down the thunder. The lob pass, if you will, finally connects, and Connersville has a 12-point lead, and that brings the Spartan faithful to their feet.
That's exactly the play we were talking about. This time they ran Matt Howard on the high post nearest us, and he was able to fade off the weak side and bring that dunk home.
Good jump stop by number 44, Joseph Dare. Connersville looks for a travel. That was just a good play by the young Mr. Dare. Mike Lake, great hustle play. Minute and 37 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Jamie Taylor has some good defense, and he's called for a foul on the shot. That will mean number 22, Kyle Walton, the junior forward, will step to the line to shoot a pair for Union County.
Obviously, Jamie Taylor not happy with that call, but as he was coming down, he made contact with the player. And the rule is, if you're coming down and you can't control yourself, you're going to get called with a foul.
Number 40, Andy Lakes, the 6'2" junior, and number 14, Chris Reebsummer, will check back in to see their first action of the third quarter. Mike Lake and Jamie Taylor will take a spot on the bench.
I think this will be a good different look for the Spartans. Bringing in Andy Lake with some weak side help for Matt Howard should take some pressure off of him. And Andy Lakes is a good inside shooter, and if they come and sacrifice position on Andy Lakes to get to a double team on Matt Howard, you should see Andy Lakes getting the ball.
10-point lead back again for Connersville. Great look up court to B.J. Day. Great behind the back dribble. His shot is up, draws all the iron but can't fall. We've got a scrum for the basketball. And we're going to have a foul called on Connersville's number 40, the recently checked in junior Andy Lakes.
That's just the kind of aggressive play that Andy Lakes brings for you. He's not afraid to put his body on the floor. As you can see, he's clapping there, just happy to be on the court, happy to do what he can. He's a very good role player for the Spartans.
Connersville quickly into the bonus. Not a good sign for the Spartans, good for the Patriots, however. For the rest of this game, Union County on every foul will be shooting at least a 1 and until Connersville gets 2 more. They'll be shooting 2 on every foul.
And not so much the foul trouble is a problem for the Spartans. It's the fact that it's going to slow down this game. I don't think the Spartans really want to see a game that goes to the free throw line all the time. It really just doesn't let them get into a rhythm.
8-point lead for the Spartans, minute and 25 seconds left to go. Matt Howard gets it back over to Chris Reebsummer. Some full court pressure here by the Patriots. And they're going to need to get over the timeline fairly quickly. And they don't do it. That's 10 seconds. Good pressure defense by the Patriots there.
Yeah, and that's going to bring the Union County Patriot fans to their feet. Spartans are going to have to do a little bit of adjusting there on that full court pressure. Spartan fans, they are starting to chant something. I couldn't quite make it out.
Minute and 10 seconds left to go. They can't handle the ball, and Matt Howard picks up the loose ball.
Good look there for the Spartans to get the ball back real quick to not lose any more of this 8-point lead.
Chris Bloom, quick Great spin back inside. Michael Sostarczyk will pick up a foul for Union County. That's going to be 2 shots for Chris Bloom, the sharpshooter for Connersville.
We haven't said his name a lot today, Dane. With Ryan Henderson emerging and B.J. Day refining his shot, the Spartans haven't had to look to the three-point accuracy of Chris Bloom yet, but you better be for certain that when his name and number is called, he will come through for the Spartans.
Chris Bloom has a quiet 13 points on the evening. He is the leading scorer for the Connersville Spartans. And his shot is off the mark. Great hustle by Union County and Connersville to pick up that ball. Coach Klein applauds Andy Lakes for his effort, but it will be Union County's basketball, a shade under a minute left to go in the third quarter.
I find that interesting, Dane, that Chris Bloom is the leading scorer for the Spartans. Doesn't really, he's just very quiet about it. His face is the same as it was when he started the game, just out there to do his part in the Spartan offense. And I think a lot of times teams just overlook him as a threat for the Spartans.
He's going to be a great asset for Connersville this season. I'm sure all the pressure is going to be on Matt Howard's shoulders. And Chris Bloom is more than ready to step back, take his share of the shots, and provide plenty of points for this Connersville offense. 14 seconds left to go. Union County looking for the last shot of the third quarter. They'll hold the ball. 8 seconds left to go. Michael Sostarczyk at the top of the key. He'll drive inside, spin back in. Chris Bloom steals it. 3 seconds left to go. It'll be a shot at the buzzer. Lays it off the good. At the buzzer, Chris Bloom. Great defense. 45-34 advantage. We'll take a break and be back for the fourth quarter with Channel 3's coverage of tonight's game between Connersville and Union County. Back here at the Spartan Bowl, start of the fourth quarter. A quick update on the points for tonight's Spartans. Chris Bloom, as we said, leading scorer with 15. B.J. Day and Matt Howard with 9 apiece. Ryan Henderson coming up next with 5. Andy Lakes and Jamie Taylor with a pair, and Mike Lake with 3. Connersville has an 11-point lead with the final 8 minutes staring them in the face, and also the possession arrow in their favor. Good signs for Connersville.
You always have to be happy with an 11-point lead, but you always have to remember that Patriot offense can explode at any point if they're able to find the chink in the armor of this defense and open somebody up on the outside.
Especially, as you said, if they can break back those three-pointers we saw in that first quarter that vaulted Union County out to a double-digit lead. Matt Howard, nothing going. He spins inside. His shot off the mark. He gets his own rebound and is fouled. Great job by Mr. Howard. That's what makes him so dangerous. He creates his own shot, spins back inside, and he has such a height advantage over the rest of the defenders on the court. He gets his, he gets his own rebound, and he's able to pick up the foul. And now Union County is 2 away from being in the bonus. There, once again, Matt Howard shot off glass, and he now has 11 in the game. 13-point lead for the Spartans.
That just shows his versatility, able to, we talked about court vision. He does a great job just seeing where the ball needs to go, when he needs to take it in, when he needs to push it out, and that's what's going to really perpetuate a Spartan season this year.
Great look for Connersville. Nothing going right there, and the ball is knocked away by number 10, Justin Bertain. Good job by Union County. Shot is absolutely rejected by Matt Howard. However, he will pick up the foul. That is only his second. That's the 9th team foul on Connersville. Still a 13-point lead. Ryan Plow, the sophomore center. His first shot is off the mark. Connersville still with a 13-point lead. The second shot is good. It is now a 47-35 advantage for Connersville. 7 minutes and 12 seconds left to play here in this fourth frame. There's going to be a foul whistled on number 20. That's Michael Sostarczyk, probably his second foul. That is Union County's 6th of the second half. And the ball is finally inbounded to Ryan Henderson. He's met out at the half-court line by Ryan Plow. Great look over to Matt Howard. Drives inside. His shot off the glass. Count in. He'll step to the line for a third.
That's the first time that we've seen Matt Howard be able to draw the foul and put it in to try to get the three-pointer the hard way. So it's good signs from the Spartans.
Team 7, Howard shoots 1.
Matt Howard with a double-double tonight so far. 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks also to go along with that impressive stat line, and he'll look to pick up his 14th, and he does just that. 50-35, a 15-point advantage with 7 minutes left to go for Connersville. Both teams in the bonus, position arrow in favor of Union County. Good defense by number 20. That's Mike Lake, the 5'9" junior guard. Great spin inside by Michael Sostarczyk. His pass is out of bounds. And that will be Connersville's basketball.
It looks like right now Union County is trying to rely on the referees for calls, and they're just not getting them. And really, they're just digging themselves into a bigger hole that they're not going to be able to pull themselves out of.
They're not doing a good job, of creating their own offense. However, and Connersville is looking to increase this lead potentially to a 20-point advantage. Great look inside by Matt Howard. Ball is kicked out. Chris Bloom drives baseline. He's cut off. Ryan Henderson shot at 3. It's good.
And that's why Ryan Henderson is so lethal. He doesn't really have to set his feet that much before he can get a good shot look. He looked a little flat early, but it seems he's getting his stroke now.
And the Patriots are going to have to take a timeout. There's an 18-point advantage here on the floor, and we'll take a break. And we'll be back in just a few minutes with more of Channel 3's coverage of Spartan basketball. Well, 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Connersville with an 18-point advantage. And Ben, as we've seen so far, what would you chalk this up to? Some cold shooting by Union County in the second half, or are we seeing some good Spartan defense?
I think we're seeing a little bit of both. I think early in this second half, the Patriots just got frustrated pertaining to the Spartan defense. They were getting in front of passes, not being able to get a clean shot. Spartans really scrapping for position.
Good defense by Matt Howard there. And that's when corrals the ball.
And that's what we're talking about. And the Patriots come, and it looks like they just start trying to rely on referees for calls to keep them in this game.
Good look by Ryan Henderson inside to B.J. Day. His shot off the glass, and it's good.
See, the Spartans are just outplaying the Patriots in the second half. They've made the adjustments they need to make, and you're starting to see why the Spartans are setting themselves for a great postseason run this year.
Nothing going right there for the Patriots, and we'll bring it back out to Michael Sostarczyk. He'll drive inside. His shot finally rattles around, and the lead is back down to 18 for Connersville. Excuse me.
That was just a good offensive set there for the Patriots. The first one that we've seen in this second half, really.
The Connersville does a good job with some ball movement right now. And there's going to be a foul. It's going to be charged to Kyle Walton, the junior forward. That's his third, team's 9th, I believe.
Matt Howard shoots 1 in bonus.
Matt Howard will be stepping to the line to shoot a 1 in bonus, looking to pick up his 15th point. He does so. And Danny Fischescher, the freshman point guard, will see his first action of the 2004-2005 season.
And this is what we were talking about.
2005-2006, I'm a year behind.
This is why a big lead for the Spartans is so important. You have to give this kid some minutes on the floor. Danny is a great player, but he's going to need some varsity experience before he can really, get involved in this offense. And with him able to get the next 5 minutes possibly of action, it's going to be great for his career.
Matt Howard picks up his 16th point, and it's back to a 20-point lead for Connersville. 5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter.
We see a lot of the same thing with the girls team with Laura Richards, just a great player, but is going to need some varsity minutes just to get under her belt to really just solidify her as a Lady Spartan.
Chris Bloom picks up his second foul. That is Connersville's 10th. So in this last 4 minutes and 54 seconds, Union County will be shooting a pair.
I think it was late in the third quarter that we were talking about the Spartans picking up their 7th and getting the 1-and-1 bonus to the Patriots. It's great to see that we're now under 5 minutes in the fourth quarter before they're picking up the double bonus.
Brandon Stanton, the senior guard, misses the first of 2 shots, looking to cut into the 20-point lead. Something big we're gonna have to see if Connersville can do, as Stanton's second shot is off the mark. If they can keep the intensity up. With this 20-point lead, we've seen that Union County has the ability to shoot the three-pointer, but it will be interesting to see if Connersville can keep up the pressure on both ends of the floor and, for lack of a better term, go for the throat. They can't throttle back. They need to keep this going. As you said, with Fischescher in, he needs to experience, the full Spartan offense, not the the laid back. And it'll be interesting to see how these next 4 minutes and 50 seconds play out.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout by Coach Klein with about 4, maybe 3 minutes left, and say, okay, let's play. Let's pretend that we're down by 2 with this much time to go. How are you going to respond? Or we're down by 6. And to see how the Spartans can respond, even though they've got the 19-point lead now, to see what they can do in those kind of situations.
Good defense by Michael Sestarsik of Connersville. Coach Klein does call a timeout, and we will also take a break. We'll be back in just a few minutes with more of Channel 3's coverage of tonight's game between Connersville and Union County. Back here at the Spartan Bowl, 4 minutes, 38 seconds left to play. 19-point advantage for the hometown Spartans. Ball into it. Danny Fischescher, the hopeful phenom someday for Connersville, and he picks up a foul. Coach Klein instructing the young Fischescher, those elbows are a bit dangerous and will pick you up for a foul, and he does do just that.
Yeah, I mean, but let's face it, he's a freshman in his first varsity action. That's not surprising to see him pick up a foul like that. Let's just hope that he can learn from these kind of things and develop him into an even greater player.
Great ball handling by Justin Bertain. However, it gets him nothing, puts no points on the board. Great look inside. However, they have to kick it back out. They'll try to scoop inside, nothing there. Joseph Dare, good ball movement by Union County, looked to face inside. Howard says, young man, you're gonna have to try a bit harder than that. But the ball will stay with Union County.
That's the interesting thing that we've seen so far in this game. We've seen great ball handling by Union County. We've seen great passing by Union County, but there's just not been the presence of mind to get the ball in the basket. And if you don't put the ball in the basket, I mean, obviously you're not scoring points, and the ball handling is all for naught, and the passing's all for naught.
Matt Howard looked to be eagerly anticipating picking up his 4th block of tonight. And he'll corral, however, his 11th rebound. Impressive stat line for young Mr. Howard tonight. He has 11 rebounds and 16 points along with those 3 blocks we just spoke of. Great drive inside. Bit of a wild shot, however. But there's going to be a foul on Union County that's going to be charged to Joseph Dare.
Yeah, and Mike Lake there, just lucky he didn't get called for the offensive foul, coming in a little wild. But the officials call the block, and the Spartans fans and the Spartans will take it.
Apparently Joseph Dare was not set in his defense, because I'm sure if he was, as you said, he was charging in like a bull in a china shop. If he was any more under control, that call might have gone the opposite way. And Danny Fischescher, however, his minute of varsity action is over. Coach Klein asking the young Mr. Fischescher if he's nervous. And I'm sure that they're pleased with their young freshman. They know he's got plenty of time to bring his game together.
Yeah, and this is a very intimidating way to start your Spartan career. I mean, you're in Spartan Bowl with a packed out crowd as it's starting to thin out now as the win is becoming more obvious to the fans. But it's still just, this is one of the most intimidating gyms in Indiana high school basketball.
Shot is off the mark. Matt Howard gets the rebound. The shot is up. It is no good. They call a foul on Union County on the floor before the shot, so he will step to the line to shoot a pair. Connersville didn't like that. However, they must also realize there is a 19-point lead.
Yeah, no harm with the official calling it's a spot foul, if you will, and no shot. But it does put Matt Howard on the line, however, to see if he can increase that ever-growing free throw percentage.
Danny Fischescher will come back into the game here in just a second.
And that's the last time I talk about free throws for the season.
There you go. Matt Howard misses his first. He'll try his second to take the lead back to 20. His shot is up, and it's good. A 20-point lead, 3 minutes and change left to play here in the fourth quarter. He now has 17 and 12. Nothing going right now for Union County. And he's stripped away by B.J. Day. He pushes up court to Danny Fischer. Oh, and he's stolen. He can't pick up his first varsity points. However, good job by Ryan Henderson, and Chris Bloom will pick up the loose ball. Back down the floor. That's about the fourth home run pass we've seen, Ben, as you spoke of. Not a one of them has come up good for Connersville. I'm sure that Coach Klein will mention that to his boys Monday in practice.
No, I think they might run a few sprints for those touchdown passes. I wouldn't be surprised. Coach Klein runs a very disciplined basketball team. Doesn't really like to see those kind of wild passes. Fortunately for the Spartans, it hasn't hurt them with a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Matt Howard says, get that shot out of here. And Connersville looks to run back up the court.
That's the beauty of the play of Matt Howard, able to just rise above this shorter Patriot team and just completely reject that shot.
B.J. Day kicks out to Chris Bloom, and Connersville looks to run a bit of clock, see if they can escape. Not escape, if you will. This game looks to be well in hand unless the Patriot three-point barrage comes back, as Union County's cheering section has thinned out considerably.
It looks like some of the fans of the Patriots are starting to get an early start on that ride home.
Back to Liberty. Chris Bloom will step to the line to shoot some free throws. His first shot is good. He now has 16 tonight.
Lineup for Union County, number 42, Josh Brock, number 30, Ryan Lowe.
Josh Brock and Ryan Logue check in to see their first action of the night for Union County, and Chris Bloom's second shot is good. He now has 17. 2 minutes and change left to play. 60-38 advantage of the hometown Spartans. Great look inside. Chris Bloom rejected. Not only can Matt Howard reject, Chris Bloom can too. Great look to Chris Bloom. His shot is no good. They will get the loose ball. Someone, B.J. Day finally crosses it. Great look to inside of Matt Howard. Great pass to Ryan Henderson, and he's blocked. That is Union County.
Number 32
Number
there.
32, Curtis Crames.
Yeah, and Curtis looked a little slow to get up, even though he fouled Ryan Henderson. Ryan Henderson stayed on his feet, and he hit the floor.
32, Curtis Craig is his first.
Chris Malone will check back into the lineup for the Spartans after Ryan Henderson's first attempt. Ryan looking for his 9th point. And he does not get it there. Shot is off the back iron.
It's interesting to look in the crowd tonight to see what kind of a Spartan alumni we have. So far, I've seen On Richardson as he's going to leave a bit early to try to get a catch, jump on the traffic. I see some 2003 graduates in Zach Henderson, Kyle Buckles, Cale Tressler sitting on the far side of the bench, and some recent graduates in Adam Knotts and Old Cornbread himself sitting over there in the crowd.
Those shots are off the mark. And it's going to be a foul on B.J. Day. That's his second. And Matt Howard, after the first shot, has taken a spot on the bench. And I believe that'll be all we've seen from Mr. Howard tonight. No risk, no sense in risking an injury. Coach Klein knows where his, knows where his bread is buttered, if you will. So Matt Howard will end the night with 17 points, 4 blocks, and 12 rebounds. What a great way to start the 2005 campaign.
Yeah, this is, and it looks like Ryan Henderson and Chris Bloom will also be seeing their last action of the game. And those are going to be, I think, along with B.J. Day, the top 4 players for Connersville, obviously. B.J. does a great job in just running the offense for the Spartans, looking to, for shots inside for Matt Howard or kicking it out to Chris Bloom. And now with the 4th threat of Ryan Henderson, I mean, just such a versatile player. There are really no gaps in this Spartan team so far this season.
I'm anxious to see. I will chalk it up to his shot wasn't there tonight, and everybody stepped up and did well. But I'm anxious to see how Chris Malone plays this season. I really feel with the pressure that Matt Howard is going to face, not really internal pressure, but defensive pressure. that post is going to be wide open for someone else to step in and take care of some big inside shots. And I think Chris Malone is up to that challenge. As you said, he's built up. Great rebound by Danny Fischescher. He still can't pick up his first varsity points. We have a minute left to go in the first quarter. But I think Chris Malone is strong enough, and he's got the great post game that he can really see some good points and good minutes for Connersville this season.
Mike Lake needs a little bit of help. He lost his dribble.
B.J. Day gets it back. Chris Malone down to the baseline, and Connersville is content and running some clock. 40 seconds left to play. There's going to be a foul on Ryan Gray.
Dan, I think you're exactly right, and looking for big things from Chris Malone. Not so much with this Patriot team, but when we get Rushville here this year with those big players that they have.
Richmond with Newcastle, who's ranked 7th and
second.
Is it second
it's
now?
Second now.
Excuse me, I've misspoken. Second.
They're second in Class 3A. But here, the thing is, Matt Howard is going to see a lot bigger kids than he saw tonight. He was expecting to see Kevin Salisbury, a 6'4", 180 kid from Union County, but like we talked about, his ineligibility. But those are some big kids coming out of Rushville that are going to come down in here into Spartan Bowl, and we're going to need a Chris Malone to step up, an Andy Lakes to step up, a Ryan Henderson just to be quicker than some of those Rushville Lions and the Richmond Red Devils. So we're going to need a lot of help from a lot of different people here in this season.
The three-pointers off the mark by Union County, and Mike Lake will corral the rebound. 27 seconds left to go. His pass. That's the 5th home run pass. Connersville's 0 for 5 tonight. Coach Klein-Ton has got his, look, we're up by, 24 points now? There's 24 seconds left to go. Why do we need to go for that? Bring the ball across the timeline, and let's go home with this victory.
Yeah, there's no, I mean, when you run those touchdown kind of passes there, you run the risk of scrapping on the floor, a possible injury, and then there's just no sense at this point in the game to try that.
Danny Fischescher, he finally gets it. His first varsity points at the three-pointer. I'm sure he'll remember those for the rest of his career. And Union County tries a quick three of their own.
And you better believe that those points are just taking a load off of Danny Fischescher's shoulders. The first points are always the most difficult.
Great steal at the end of the game, and that's going to be it. They're not going to call that foul, and that's final to Connersville. They're victorious tonight, 65-38. We'll be back in just a few minutes with more of Channel 3's coverage at the Spartan Bowl. Back at the Spartan Bowl as we wrap up tonight's game. An impressive victory by Connersville, 65-38 over the visiting Union County Patriots. Ben, tell me what you like.
Well, let's just go back to our keys to success for the Spartans. When we said we get to establish Matt Howard, and Matt Howard ended up with, what, how many points?
His final stat line was 17 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 blocks.
Okay, so Matt Howard got his points, and they established him well. They were able to flow the offense through him. Spartans, it took a quarter or two, but they finally found a rhythm that worked for them, balancing the pressure defense with a quick-paced offense. And I think you have to be happy with the tempo that they set here tonight, as obviously they just fatigued the Patriots right out of this game. The third thing that we talked about was when the Patriots set their offense to just get back to the fundamentals of defense. And I don't think we saw that so much in the first quarter, but as you got into the second quarter, you got into the second half, Coach Klein was able to make the adjustments that he needed to make, and the Spartans responded rather well. So they hit all 3 points, really, of our keys to success, and it comes out in a big way for the Spartans.
Some final stats for Connersville tonight. Matt Howard and Chris Bloom tied for leading scorer at 17 points apiece. Matt Howard also adding 12 rebounds and 4 blocks to that stat line. B.J. Day with 11 points. Ryan Henderson just behind with 8. Mike Lake with 5. Danny Fischescher picking up his first varsity points with 3, and Jamie Taylor and Andy Lakes with 2 apiece. Danny Fischescher's older sister, Katie, now the leading scorer on the girls basketball team. Now that Mindy Cooper has gone down for a few weeks with a high ankle sprain, as we look to see more of her soon. And Ben, why don't you tell us about some upcoming games for Connersville?
Sure. The boys will see their next action just in a couple days on November 26th when they'll visit Cambridge City, Lincoln, and that tip-off set for 8 o'clock. They'll be here at home next, and we'll be right along with them when the Rushville Lions, the defending sectional champs, come to the Spartan Bowl. We'll be here bringing you that next action, and then they'll see a few away games at South Dearborn and Jennings County until they bring the Newcastle Trojans to the bowl on December 16th, and we'll also be there bringing you that game.
And that's all we have for Channel 3's coverage. I'm Dane Burchett, and this has been Houston. Good night, everyone, and we hope you have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow.